In this video, I'm going to go over a movement from the closed guard where you work to do a hip bump sweep, but then you switch to basically what I call the switch, or basically what's called the switch in wrestling. So I'm going to get the closed guard on Chris here. I'm working to hold his posture, and go watch the video on the hip bump on the Grapplers guide so you can get even more details on this. So I'm here like this, and then he starts working to get his posture, and then I sit up with him. So as he goes to get his posture, I sit up with him. Here, I go to get the hip bump, and then what happens is I can't get it. Like, I can't knock him over. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take my left arm, I'm going to shoot it past his body, and my hips are going to come out to my right, just like this. So I'm shooting my arm underneath his body, and what's happening is I'm trapping his arm here. So when he goes to pull his arm out, he's going to have trouble, or when he does, he's actually giving up his back. Then at this point, I can bring my hand out and then work to attack his back from there. If we do this quicker, it's actually going to be probably even less of me coming around as opposed to me pulling him into me and then taking his back that way as well. So when I'm here like this, and I go for the hip bump, I want to actually legitimately attempt the hip bump. If I can sweep him, I'll sweep him. So I'll come here like this, I come here, boom. Then I come through, so I go to do the hip bump, my left arm shoots past his hip, and look at my right hip, it comes out. I can't just fall back down. I have to actually shoot my whole entire body this way. Then I come here, and then I can start working to take his back. It's a very simple way to take your opponent's back off of the hip bump sweep, and the movement isn't hard to do. So if I show you another angle here, I get Chris inside the closed guard. I'm holding. He goes to sit up hard here. I follow him. Boom! I go to hip bump. Then from there, my left arm shoots through. I come out. My hand is underneath his body now. I'll grab his hip here. My left leg comes through. I pull him. And then I start working to take his back. Really, one of the main options that he has is to just pull his arm out. Some people will do that instinctively, but it does not help them because they're giving up their back. If you can hit this switch, it's actually a very high percentage movement, and honestly, it's not that hard to hit because a lot of people aren't going to be expecting it. They're coming here, and then you just swing your arm right through. I show you one more angle. I have my position here, like this. He goes to sit up. Boom, I go to bump. Then I come through. And then I go to take his back. It's also, it's pretty smooth. So if you're somebody who is familiar with the switch, work this. If you're somebody who likes doing the hip bump, add this to your game. The hip bump is just good to combine with lots of different things. I can do hip bump to switches, hip bumps to omoplatas, hip bumps to triangles, hip bumps to kimuras, to guillotines, and so on and so forth. This is just another addition to that, that combination set. So if you have any questions or comments, post below, and I'll do the best I can to help you out. All right? Peace.